I Believe in Alexander Gorensky. Written and illustrated by Glenn Toussaint. Don't throw away that bottle, David. Recycle it. Alexander Gorensky is watching, said Mrs. Morrison. You don't want to be put on his naughty list. What are you talking about, Mom? David replied. You should recycle that plastic bottle, or Alexander Gorensky won't bring you a present on Earth Day, she said. Mom, who are you talking about? Who is Alexander Gorensky? David asked. You don't know who Alexander Gorensky is, David? Mrs. Morrison said. Never heard of him. And what did you say about a present on Earth Day? David said. Well, let me tell you all about him, said his mother. On Earth Day, Alexander Gorensky gives a present to all the boys and girls that recycle and care for the earth. See, he lives way out in the ocean on an island made of plastic bottles gathered together in nets. He must have at least 1 million plastic bottles floating below the surface of his island, holding it up. The island floats near the equator, mostly. Alexander Gorensky calls his island home Gore. Alexander Gorensky wears green Bermuda shorts, flip-flops, and an oversized white t-shirt with the words "Hug Me" written on it in black letters. He has a nice tan, short gray hair, and a gray goatee. On Gore, Alexander Gorensky built a massive supercomputer he calls the Gore 4000X. Gore 4000X is solar-powered. Alexander Gorensky used to be a great computer engineer before he started his true life's work. With Gore 4000X, he connects to satellites and the internet to watch children throughout the world. He watches to see if they are recycling or not. The ones that recycle are placed on the good list. The ones that don't are placed on the naughty list. Wait, Mom, David interrupted. Alexander Gorensky sounds a lot like Santa. Well, of course he does, David. Alexander Gorensky got the idea to give gifts from Santa, his mother said. He did? David asked. Yes, he did. In fact, Alexander Gorensky even met Santa once to help him with a few very important problems, Mrs. Morrison continued. Alexander Gorensky has a solar hot air balloon. He planned to deliver the Earth Day presents to the children with the balloon. Alexander Gorensky is a very smart man, but he couldn't figure out a way to deliver all the presents to all the children in the whole world in one night.